Okay, folks, we're going to talk about starting a diesel that is cold. Now, this is a mechanical diesels. The newer electronically fuel injected diesels, they're a lot easier to start. These older mechanical style diesels, they're relatively easy to start, but the big thing is you gotta have them plugged in. Now, it is 18 below out here. Sorry, it finally warmed up to 13 below, and that's Fahrenheit. So, we're gonna get in here. Okay. And we're gonna talk about a few things. And all right. The one big thing is not all mechanical fuel injected diesels have this, but it's what they call the cold start knob. You pull out on the cold start knob just like you would on a carbureted engine, so that it's like a choke, but what it's really doing is it's advancing the timing and shooting a little bit more fuel into it than it normally would get. Now, number two, you stick the key in, and we're going to watch for that light. That's your glow plug light. On this one, there's different styles of the light. The newer ones, they have more of a oil-looking bulb style for the indicator. But they actually, all diesels should have a light. Some of them, the really new ones, the more modern ones, built after, let's say, 2012, a lot of them don't have it because they got such fast glow plug rates that the manufacturers feel that they don't need them. Now, we're going to cycle the glow plugs here a couple times, but there's one thing I want to stress to you. Engine starting fluid is for a last resort. This is what you use as a last resort. Never use this unless you absolutely, and I'm talking absolutely, have to. Now, another big thing is, not all the old ones that have a manual transmission have the neutral safety switch, where, and all you do is you turn the key off and turn it back on, where you would have to push the clutch in. I know you can't see the clutch, you can see my leg, but you push the clutch in and it would allow you to start the vehicle. Big thing is that even though you don't need it to start it, I would highly recommend that you push the clutch in on these cold starting days, so you don't have all that rotating mass that it has to keep moving. So keep that in mind. Now, another big thing is, do not floor the throttle, because all you're really doing is just pouring excess fuel in. Yes, you're going to have to sometimes put a little bit of throttle into it, but really more than half throttle and you're not going to get anywhere. Just few tips that are going to help you out on your diesel cold start. Especially up here where I am in the frozen north, where, like I said, it is freaking 13 below today. So, yay. And after this round of glow plugs, we're going to start this thing. Like I said, the biggest asset that you have is a block heater. If your block heater works and your glow plugs are good and you got a good battery, provided there isn't major problems anywhere else, you will most likely get your engine started without having to even think about using starting fluid. Okay? Starting fluid is actually very bad for these diesels, as they can actually burn holes in the pistons. So just keep that in mind. That and if you do decide to go with engine starting fluid, I would actually recommend getting the one with the upper cylinder lubricant, not this kind with just straight ether. All right, let's give her a whirl. All right. And she fires off. Now, back to starting fluid. Engine starting fluid, such as this, is mainly ether. I know. Where the heck did it say? It's... I can't remember. I think I read it on a SDS sheet when I looked it up. But engine starting fluid that doesn't have upper cylinder lubricant can be also hard on the valves. So just know that this is a last resort. I usually don't even carry it in the vehicle here, just because. And now that it's got a little bit of heat into it, now you can slowly take your foot off the clutch. And yeah, you notice the engine changed tone. That's a lot of, you don't think about it, but that's a lot of rotating mass to get up to speed. And so that it's at the same RPM as the engine. Plus, in a manual transmission, most manual transmissions have a geared loop. They don't have ATF. They have gear loop, which, as we all know, gear loop is really, really thick in the wintertime. So those gears are really churning through that heavy, thick oil. You know, and at this temperature, it's practically a grease. Okay, so think about it in those terms. So, yeah, and like with this is the front-wheel drive vehicle, transversely mounted. So you've got your clutch disc, you've got your throwout bearing, all that, plus you've got the chain, plus you've got your intermediate shafts, all your synchros, all that all needs to be brought up to speed. So, thanks for watching on this part. So, once the engine gets a little heat into it, you can push the cold start knob in. And then oh yeah, that's a lot of water vapor. Yep, that's a cold engine. So then what you can come over and do is unplug it. So I hope this video helps you in your cold start adventures. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.